Hey guys, welcome back to Soul Oasis Urban Retreat. We are doing a few episodes around healing. Me and Dawn, you probably have seen some of the episodes. If this is the first episode you see, go back a little bit and see the episode we posted last week. We've talked from healing with vortexes and energy, healing around crystals. We have talked about walking the labyrinth. We've talked about meditation, how to increase your energy like that, how to let go of stuff. So important information that you might need for healing. And we are going to be continuing talking about other things that can help you heal, raise your vibration, change your situations in your life. And of course, this time of the year, most of us also just wants to finish the year and have a way of starting the new year in a good vibration. So I'm going to share with you some of the programs that we're going to be having in the coming weeks. So if you'd like to join us for those. So this is Dawn. I'm
Hello.
Busi.
Hi.
And thank you so much, Dawn, for always joining us and
That's a
sharing
pleasure.
information. I love listening to you. I love the stuff that you always that you have learned over the years is so helpful. And thank you so much for sharing
Pleasure. It's
such
fascinating.
power. Now, today we are talking about something that you probably have heard before, and if you haven't heard about it, well, you are gonna learn something new. You probably might have seen there's a chart somewhere. It is called the Map of Consciousness. It has been created many years by Stephen Hawking, and this was making sure that we understand how energy, David Hawking, sorry, that how energy travels from bad energies where it's red all the way to the purple. I think it's purple, this color. So I'll just give you the levels of it so that you can see why this map always gives a clear understanding of how our emotions or how our suffering transforms from one place to another. Remember, we never change, we only change our energy. But how do we change our energy? By transforming the pain into power. Right, John?
Exactly. You take your stumbling blocks and turn them into stepping stones so that you can pave the way for those following you.
Did you hear that? You take your stumbling blocks
And turn them into stepping stones
to
so
make
that you
your
can
way.
pave the way for those following you.
Oh,
And that is also part of the hero's journey, which we're going to go into at some stage.
wow. Isn't that what all of us want to do? We really want to not sit there and cry about our problems.
Exactly. You have to.
Yes, we want to take those problems and make something meaningful out of it.
Yes.
And then be able to help others to not have those problems. I mean, I always say, Dawn, after my 40 million rand death story, I always say, do not waste your pain.
Exactly.
I took my pain and being in 40 million rand debt, and then I learned about energy, I learned about money, I learned about how to manifest what I wanted. And then because of that 40 million rand, I got to move from one level and transform to another. But then, of course, today I teach thousands of people around the world about money, and I'm helping them to not make a 40 million rand debt mistake.
Exactly.
So if you were thinking that you are in debt, I make sure I stop it. I stop it for you. I'm like, no more debt for you. And then of course you go through the process of healing and then finding yourself. So we're gonna talk about this map of consciousness today on this episode, and we're going to share again modalities, again healing tools, again what can you do to be able to transform through these stages of your emotions. So don't tell us a little bit about this mental consciousness before I name all of it.
Great.
Name and shame.
Literally, you start to
Yes.
say. So, as I said, I actually saw this map posted on one of a psychologist's wall the one day, and it just fascinated me because I saw such a correlation between feelings that you need to actually get rid of. You need to process them in order to raise above them. So what I found fascinating with the map of consciousness is that it starts at very low levels, obviously your lowest emotions. So the lowest emotion that they calculated is shame. When you're feeling ashamed of something, you're feeling so bad about life and about yourself, you want to hide away, you don't want to be seen. So shame is the lowest, and from there you move up.
So let's talk about this shame a little bit. So that is number one. When you are at your lowest, you will normally be feeling the shame.
Yes.
And you will feel humiliation.
It's a big word for a 40-year-old.
Exactly right. And you will eliminate yourself.
Exactly.
So you will want to go and hide out somewhere.
You don't even want to see yourself.
Yeah. Or you will find something to numb the pain.
Exactly.
Which gives you more shame and more humiliation.
And it's the cycle that just goes on.
And everybody thinks you're a mess.
Yes.
And you're broken, and
you're always the last to know.
Right. So, and you're miserable. So the view of life is that everything is miserable. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is doing something to you. Everybody is picking on you for something. Your boss, your wife, your children, your husband, your boyfriend is cheating on you. Well, because why? I mean, they just think you are. Why are they cheating on you? I don't know. Maybe you are a problem at this point, because you are in this despair and energy, and nobody wants to.
They don't actually want to be around you, because you don't even want to be around yourself.
Yes.
And the thing is, as within, so without. So whatever you are feeling inside yourself, you are almost creating your own universe in that reference.
Yeah.
So you're filtering out those thoughts to focus on the shame.
Yeah.
And you might not be seeing your wonder or how incredible you are. You might just be focused on one event that caused you such bad shame that you cannot rise from it.
Yeah. I remember I was once at my lowest when I lost the 40 million, and that was, I think, the worst feeling. Being shameful of losing so much money, and my family now is in horror, and I did not want to talk about it. I didn't want to share about it. So it's normally also, when someone abused you, you don't even want to share. And the day you start to say something is the day you've gone a little bit further in the healing process.
Exactly. You have to actually face it head on.
Yeah.
Because unless you can filter those feelings that are making you feel that the whole world is like that, your world's never going to change.
Now, Dawn, most of the times when I'm doing healing sessions with my clients, I normally meet ladies who have been love scammed.
Right.
Somebody comes through and takes $1 million rand and leave them in when others take their money, or leave them in $1 million rand debt, or 2 million or whatever. And those people, it takes a lot for them to just come and tell me. Because you don't want to share that shame, and it's killing you on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And you are creating more situations of people who wants to rob you, because you don't want to even share to anybody that have been robbed by, or you feel shame, like, how could I be so stupid? I was just looking for a boyfriend. I was just looking for a husband. Now I'm in so much. And that's how they know that you will never talk. So then they continue doing it to so many women, because of everybody that is in there. They take you so down in that in this scale to the shame that keeps you quiet.
Exactly.
So many people will tell you, I was raped as a child, but I never spoke. I kept quiet. This is the level.
Exactly.
When you start the healing process, you go a little bit up. So what's the next one?
So the one above that is guilt. So now you know how bad you feel when you're feeling guilty. You're going to get busted, or you're going to, you are again hiding yourself, you're protecting it. But again, that emotion just is a force that pulls you down all the time. So you get feelings of blame. You're trying to blame other people or yourself. You're destructive. Above that is then apathy, which is just a feeling of absolute hopelessness. And I mean, you know the feeling when there is just no hope. You may as well go jump off a cliff or a bridge or something, because there's nothing. But apathy is better than shame. So as you rise slowly, you then
gets better.
Correct. You get to grief and fear. Now, fear is one of those big ones, because I always say that hate is not the opposite of love. Because hate is also a passion, as is love. Fear is actually the opposite of love. So also you often get people that either serve a God that they fear, or a god that they love.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you feel in a god, if you serve in a god of fear or acknowledge a god of fear, you are constantly feeling fearful that you're going to get punished. So you never rise above that either.
Yeah.
And then
And now on this one, most people that come through for an ayahuasca ceremony, they come through because they can't come through with shame, because they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just horror that you don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
Now, once you maybe have listened to a few of my videos, you have maybe whatever that has happened, you listen to somebody else that said say something that you do need to heal, then the person gets better. That's why I'm always saying the content that you are absorbing helps you to better vibrate.
Absolutely.
So if you are going to watch a soapy that is telling you that all the shame you have is actually real, you're gonna be stuck there for a longer time. So try watch content that is this is content that is good that you are watching right now. Well done. This content is taking you to a better level of understanding some of the things that are happening.
Exactly.
So most people that come through for an ayahuasca ceremony are in that guilt.
Right.
So they blaming everybody. It's my mother's fault, I'm messed up.
Yes.
It's my father's fault, he abandoned me. I mean, I've been there myself, done that. Got the t-shirt, wow. So of course, I'm blaming my boss, he hates me. I'm blaming my partner, he cheated on me. I'm blaming my friend, you know what, they did this to me. And of course, it's vindictive energy. That's how white people do witchcraft.
Right.
In that level,
Yes.
It's evilness, stuff.
Yes.
Serious evilness. I mean, the stuff that people want to do to for those they blame.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So it's destructive. Then the more you blame somebody, the more you distract
And the
yourself.
more separated you become.
Exactly.
Because now you actually are cocooning yourself in this, and you just don't get out of it.
Exactly.
And the scary bit is 95% of the world's population never ever rises above the feelings of anger or scorn.
True, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course the next one will be then the apathy, where you are now just like hopeless and you don't believe that you can heal from this.
Yes.
How do I come back after such a heartbreak?
Exactly.
How do I come back after such death?
Yes.
How do I come back after yeah. So well, the moment you're saying I might never heal, time you are ready for healing.
Exactly.
So please come through to Soul Oasis, because definitely you are ready. The moment you feel hopeless, there's something that's going to happen.
And when the student is ready, the master appears.
Yes. And then of course, the next one is grief.
Yes. So we've all experienced grief where you are mourning something.
Yeah, because now you've noticed what shame and guilt and all this hopelessness has done.
Yes, so in grief, you recognize that as people at a funeral or something that has died, something that can't be fixed. It is also almost hopeless, and it's tragic, and you've got regrets and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it is higher on the scale than what the lower ones.
Talked about.
Correct.
Yes.
And then from there, you start getting into fear and desire. Now, what's interesting with desire and pride is that you might feel that those are not that bad emotions. Because I mean, if you're proud of yourself and you're proud of your look and you're proud of everything, it's better than feeling grief or apathy. But where the problem with that comes in, it's still toxic, but it's better than it was. But then from pride, you start moving onto the upper levels where you start reaching your power.
So pride and courage, they're almost neutral.
Correct. Yes. But
they are not that negative, they are not that positive.
Yes.
You are just in the middle.
Exactly, and it's better than where you were.
Yeah, it's better than the negative. So the negative is shame is number one on the worst case scenario, then guilt, then apathy, then grief, then you come to fear. So fear is when now you are thinking it's going to happen again, right?
Correct.
I might just get into another relationship and I get hurt again. I might just get into debt again. I might just lose my business again.
Correct.
I might just go in, So then the next thing is now you're going to desire in terms of now I want.
Correct. But it's still a craving. It's something you haven't got.
I want. That's when people then now I want a car that I can afford.
Correct.
Then you get it, and then now you are enslaved to it.
Yeah.
I want a relationship I can't have. Then now you do too much.
Yeah.
You stay in a toxic relationship because You want something you shouldn't be wanting.
Exactly. And what I found interesting with the car thing as well, I mean, I'd always had on my vision board this little blue convertible that I wanted. And I actually lost the vision board, and then after getting the little blue convertible, I refound it.
Wow.
So, and wow, there's my car on the board. And then when I looked on the vision board, I'd literally got everything that I put on there. But anyway, I got the car, and to this day, I don't know why I was so unhappy. But I just remember driving down the road in this sexy blue convertible, crying my eyes out, and I just wasn't happy. And I realized that day that happiness isn't an added extra that you can purchase, like leather seats or like anything else on a sexy car. Happiness does not come with it. You've got to have that happiness from within before anything around you can make you happy. So that shows you again where your desire and your pride and that comes in. But the minute you hit courage and you start understanding that you are empowered, and that yes, you might not have the energy or the ability yourself to do it, but you've got a connection to your higher self in order to solve those things and to make a better go at it.
So then we start to go into the positive side, where the first one is being neutral.
Yes. So now, after you've been through those lower emotions and dealt with them, the most incredible place in the world to come to is neutral, where you accept it as it is, and you are quite okay either way. So now you have almost taken your power back. So if you go through a quick description, say you've broken up, or you were caught cheating, or you caught someone else cheating, or whatever, and you go right back down to shame. You have to deal with that shame and the guilt and the apathy and the grief of losing that person, because no matter what it was traumatic. You then start fearing, if I ever get another boyfriend or girlfriend, the same thing's going to happen. You're in that fear, but it's better. But then you start looking around and you start desiring, oh, maybe that one will do for me, maybe that one will do for me. And you start getting angry, like, if I wasn't good enough, why did she leave? Why did he leave? What's going on? I hate them now. I don't want this. But you know what? The best anger is that you get into once you've been in fear. Because you literally start realizing you're rising. And when you hit that anger, you know, okay, I'm starting to get that passion back. You lead into pride. So for instance, okay, I'm going to go to the gym now. I'm going to get the most beautiful body that a man has ever had. And I'm going to get every single girl I want, or every boy I want, or the best car that I got. You get in proud, and it's good to be proud in that way, because that starts giving you the courage to make the changes and to become neutral. Then you're like, oh, you know what, if he comes back, if he doesn't come back, I'm fine either way. You've dealt with it, and that takes a lot of dealing with. And then you become willing to accept either outcome, and you accept either outcome. And as soon as you get to that, you literally are starting to skyrocket into the higher emotions, because then suddenly you've got understanding, you've got reason, you understand why it happened, and voila, you suddenly start hitting love.
Let's stop that reason. So I have gone through this with so many things in my life. So at one point I got to a place where I was asking God for the reason level. Because I had accepted that I was born without parents. I accepted that money was horrible in my life. I had accepted every bad thing that has ever happened to me. But I was just like, but God, why? It's fine. I get it. Maybe everything that has happened, things I'm good for it. And maybe it's okay. And everybody told me there's a bigger purpose to this. Okay, fine, I get you all. And if there's a bigger purpose, then I'm willing to take that bigger purpose.
But what is it?
But why? And I kept saying, but I just want to understand.
I want to know now.
Why? And I mean, it took a lot for me. But you know what was my answer that put me in that? Oh my goodness, it changed my whole entire life. My guides told me to go and study astrology.
Wow.
So when I studied astrology, well, this is how it happened. The lady said, oh, Busi, you will want to know your date of death. I was like, yeah, of course, let's do this. And I signed up and I did a whole diploma on astrology.
Fantastic.
But then I never actually checked my date of death. But what it did do is that finally I got to reason and understand why.
Well, that's
something was happening.
Yes.
So if it was somebody dying in my family that I loved the most, I knew why.
Right.
I saw it coming on my chart.
Uh-huh.
I knew how to deal with
Yeah,
it when it
prepares you.
comes.
Yeah.
Yes, I understood why I was in debt, because all over my chart there was this thing of financial growth and losing money.
Okay.
Financial growth and losing money. So I saw it. Oh, there it is. Of course, the losing helps me to gain more. Oh, then it works out when I don't care anymore. Oh, it's fine. Then if I'm losing, I know it's actually part of the story.
Yes.
So that was such a life-changing moment. Till today, I've gone through terrible things, from divorce to whatever, to losing this, to losing that. I no longer take it personal,
Yes.
because I understand that these things are important.
And you have the power to overcome it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also I understand that they are coming, so I'll be ready for it.
Yes.
And when they are here, of course, they're still painful, but I'm just like, oh, well, it's fine.
Absolutely.
So that is a very powerful
It
one.
is.
And the next one is love.
Start going up to love, yes. So as I was saying, literally only about 5% of the world population vibrates at this. So what I find amazing with this is this keys into energy and frequency and vibration, which we've been told by Nikola Tesla. If you understand if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you must understand energy, frequency, and vibration. So now this is our vibration, where we are vibrating at. And because of that, and because of the magnetism that we are as a human, we automatically magnetically attract those same circumstances.
So
when,
that's when, if now you were looking for that partner, you're gonna get the one that you are vibrating on.
Correct.
So if you get it, if you now have accepted that, well, whatever it is,
Yes.
then got the reason. Oh, let me tell you this one. Normally, a lot of people come to me to ask when I'm doing their astrology chart, and they will ask, when is my soulmate coming?
Oh, right.
Of course, I can open the chart and tell you exactly when your soulmate is coming.
Right.
But listen to this. So a person will be on their 30s, and the chart will say they'll find their soulmate at 50-something.
Oh, right. You don't want to tell them that.
Oh, Lord. All hands breaks. Oh, Busi, you can't say that.
2 more decades.
I'm like, well, you know what? The thing is, if you understand why you don't have the soulmate today, that will just make your life better.
Exactly.
Because you will not blame anybody, you will not feel miserable, you will not think that you're missing out on something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't envy other people who have their soulmates already.
Exactly.
Because yours is coming and you know the
And you're
date.
complete in yourself.
Yes, like when you win the lottery and now you have the ticket. By the way, guys, don't win the lottery.
Not the whole one.
We are building a swimming pool because you want the lottery. I'm just saying. No. It's the lottery. Who does say it's not
true.
everything?
So the tarot card's also right.
Yeah, the tarot card definitely said he was gonna win and he won. So hey, we're happy. So, but the thing is that now when you have a lottery ticket in your pocket,
Yes.
you feel the happiness because now you know you can go and check it out tomorrow.
Yes.
You can go and check it out next week. But you're already happy. You don't have the money, you just have a
Exactly.
ticket.
Yes.
So I feel like, of course, astrology, when I let them know that somebody is coming, but it's coming in this side, then you get the relaxing of saying, okay, fine. Then
Yes.
I mean, it's not like you shouldn't be in a relationship, but you at least know if things are going wrong. No, it's actually not
Exactly.
the time anyway, so you don't attach, you
Yeah.
don't put everything in it, you don't buy
Exactly.
the love and all this crazy stuff. So then, of course, when you do
Yes.
find the love, it's a soulmate love, it's an
Correct.
unconditional love.
Exactly.
It is vibrating as you are. The person that is vibrating like you comes and finds you, and it's perfect.
Yeah. And then the most interesting things come now.
Yeah.
Because look what we have above love. Peace.
Yeah.
So literally peace of mind is better for you than even the feelings of love. And if you think to yourself about that, those feelings of love are amazing when they are, but if you don't have inner peace, if anything costs you your inner peace, it's not worth it. It's too expensive. So our aim is to actually get to that place where you don't even need to even look for love around you, because you've got such peace and enlightenment in yourself.
Joy and
Exactly.
normally that's what happens when you find your calling.
Correct.
When you find your purpose.
Yes.
I mean, when I found my calling and purpose, it felt like nothing mattered.
Exactly.
I didn't care if I had money. I didn't care if
Yeah, you
I
just
had,
knew you were going to get
I
there.
had anybody. I was just like, oh yes, I won the lottery. It feels
Absolutely.
like that.
Yes.
Because that peace.
Yes,
Oh,
and interestingly enough, they say that the vibration of abundance and money, etc., because abundance is on all levels, it's not just cash,
yeah.
is actually similar to the vibration of love. So if you think, if you are feeling in love, everything is abundant to you. You can't, everything is amazing, and the rainstorms are beautiful, and the hot is beautiful. You're in love, everything is perfect.
Wow.
So
Wow. So guys, this is the map of
Just
consciousness. Yeah.
one quick thing I need to still mention
Yeah.
is that you can alternate between these
yes.
at any time.
Yes.
So for instance, if I say, okay, I'd like to play it down the fact that I try and vibrate as high as possible. If I say I go between 400 and 500 vibrations, and suddenly somebody makes me angry, I'll go down into anger.
Yes.
So I'm going to plummet down to there.
Yeah.
But because you are from the upper areas and
Yeah.
you buoyantly most up there,
Yeah.
you will rise again.
Oh, yes.
Whereas if you vibrate in most of your life at the lower levels and you're angry all the time and somebody gives you a hug, you're going to feel love for those few
Then it's
seconds,
going
but you're going to
to
plummet back down there.
Yeah.
So your vibration determines your frequency. It's the vibration that we are at most frequently. And that's your frequency.
Frequency that you're gonna frequent.
Correct.
There, you
Yes.
can go somewhere, but you're gonna come back.
Exactly, and that's your frequency that you, as a energy body, gives off to those around you.
Amazing. So, guys, do Google map of consciousness. Look at it, and just test yourself on a daily basis. Where am I today? Where? How am I feeling? But I've got a range of healing work that we're going to be doing in the next weeks that can help you to change the frequency.
Yes.
Where you
the vibration.
frequent. If you can be angry, but can you just try to be frequenting at love most of the time?
Exactly.
You can have wrong desires and cravings, and you're craving all sorts of food you shouldn't be eating. But can you be at that acceptance that, you know what, I need to accept that I do want to get a healthy body. So we want to really be part of your journey to changing your vibration and frequenting and better things. So we're gonna be having, I'm gonna just give you a few dates, just note them down, send us a message and do inquiries. On the 16th of December, we're gonna have an ayahuasca ceremony. It's a total healing of traumas. It's a total letting go. It's a very feminine energy that will help you to find out why the traumas happen, reason with them, get over them, find a way forward. So also on the same day, we're gonna have fire cleansing. Like I said on the previous episodes, when we're talking about vortexes, the fire cleansing is so amazing. The fire it's got a power to transform. So you're gonna be able to go from one state and start build a new home in a better state. Okay. Now also we're gonna have San Pedro hike.
Yes.
We're gonna have a San Pedro hike on the 20th of December. We're gonna take San Pedro. We're gonna be at a gorge, a beautiful gorge in Rustenburg. We're gonna be chilling there with the waterfalls and all this kind of stuff. Me and Dawn and everybody else that's gonna be joining us, and Leon and everybody else that wants to come through and enjoy that day. Please make sure that you inquire for that. And then we're also going to have river cleansing on the 17th. After the ayahuasca on the next day, on Sunday, we're going to have a river cleansing in Pretoria. So make sure that if you'd like to come through for the river cleansing, help us to build our spiritual life up. It helps to activate the energy of connecting with our spiritual path. So also next year, we have our first retreat of the year. It's going to be on the second week of February, 9, 10, and 11. It's going to be a 3 days retreat. There's so many good things that are going to be happening. We're going to be posting that information on our Instagram page. Please make sure that you come through. So on that retreat, you can be able to then walk the labyrinth. You're going to be able to experience with the vortexes. You're going to be able to do so many things. So make time and come through for that. There's going to be more retreats. We're going to be posting them on the Instagram page. So please make sure that you check them there. And then on the 28th of December, we're going to have a vision board workshop. Also, if you'd like to join us for that, please inquire about it. Other than that, I am so happy that we are able to, sit here and talk about this information.
It's taken us ages.
Yeah, like
There's never enough time.
We've been saying that we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I am so happy that we are doing this. So guys, put it on the comment section. What do you want us to talk about? I know in our coming next episodes we're gonna probably talk about self-love. What other things can you do more to connect with self-love and other topics like that? If you want to know how to get a boyfriend, also put it there on the comment section.
Yeah, and if you've ever experienced like meditating on a vortex or felt the energy or anything like that, come and share it with us. Let us all enjoy.
Yeah, what changes, what energy shiftings have you experienced? And of course, if you would like to come and have another experience, please make sure that you let us know. Send us a DM, or the contact details. Our contact details will be on the comments on the description box underneath this video. So make a booking, come through. Even if you're not coming for these specific events, come through and book a day, and come through with your family, come through by yourself, come through with your friends. You want to celebrate your birthday, maybe you want to do a labyrinth walk for your birthday. Come through and do a labyrinth walk. It's a nice thing to do it on your birthday, because you finally like let go of the year and move into a new one.
Exactly.
So do that. Or maybe you want to do an ayahuasca. You really want to just flash it all out. So come through with your friends and do those things. This is a healing sanctuary that we have created to heal ourselves and others.
Yes.
Leon, last words on this.
The other interesting thing to realize is that because we've got different energy bodies, we've got our physical, our mental, and our spiritual, we vibrate at different levels on each three. But that's going to be an amazing topic for something else, because now you start understanding how it all fits together.
Okay, so
but we're going to bring that up soon.
John will definitely have a chat like this. I'll show you what he's talking about, because now that sounds like, ooh, what is this? So we'll have a chart. We'll show you what that means, because all these, your mental body, your emotional body, or your physical body is just one. You have so many other bodies that you need to take care of.
Yes. Exactly.
Thank you so much, Dawn, for always being here
Pleasure.
with me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for sharing. Make sure you share, you like, you subscribe, you click on the notification bell so that you can see all the videos that we'll be posting. Contact us, come through and see us, come through for these things that we are doing here. Healing is so important. That is the best type of self-love you can give to ourselves.
Absolutely. And just being aware of the fact that you always need to keep your own oxygen mask on first before helping others.
No.
So,
Thank you so much.
great.
Guys.
Have a lovely week.
Lovely day.
Ciao,
Bye-bye.
ciao.